Hey guys, welcome to this new video nail series on my channel where I talk about my life experiences while doing something I'm most passionate about, of course, nail art history. Okay guys, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and comment on topics you guys would like me to discuss on this series, and also share the video with a friend or a family member. Alright guys, so this story time, I'm just going to get right into it because it is a really long story time. It's not really long, but it's a very traumatic story time. So this was back in 2016 when we had school. It was almost graduation time, and we had what do you call it? We had cheerleading and sports day the day after. So basically we were getting ready. Like normally on sports days, before the day, we do our hair the night before. So it was like 8 o'clock, like 7 o'clock in the night. We had to do our hair, try on our uniforms, try on our accessories that we were going to use for the next day, because sports day was early the next morning, like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and we had to go on about like 9. So anyways, we were there inside the room. It was like about 7 of us, 7, 8 or 9, and a teacher. Anyways, we were there putting on our clothes, combing our hair. I specifically remember we were combing our hair at that moment. So we were combing our hair, and then we were just there laughing and talking, and we see somebody come through the door. Mind you, we're at the new building of the school. Yeah guys, so we were in the new building of the school, which the school is set up like the new building is behind like where the fences are, the walls are, because there was like a community behind our school and a community beside it also. Two sides, communities on both sides, because it's in a town. So there's communities on both sides and behind us. So behind us was like a little garrison of a community. Like you'd have to pass. We had a farm on the school. You'd have to pass there to get through to our farm. Right? You'd have to pass that community, like a little canal. So anyways, we're in the classroom now, and we see this guy come in with a rusty ass gun, because I've never seen a gun in my entire life. Up to that moment, I've never in my entire life seen a gun. Anyway, he was wearing a hoodie. He was wearing all black, a black hoodie. I think it was a kerchief. I don't remember if it was a red kerchief, but he was wearing a kerchief around his face, a hoodie over his head, black pants, and a black hoodie. So he stood there and he pointed the gun at the teacher, and I was there laughing, because I was me don't know what going on. I've never been robbed my entire life. Coming up to that moment, I've never been robbed. So I was there like laughing. Fun fact, me and my auntie, she's overseas now. We used to have this thing like where she would rob me, and she would put something at my side, like she would put like a candy bar or something at my side, and she would say like freeze, and I would be there dying laughing, because she would say, suppose somebody I rob you, so you gonna laugh? Yes. Like I laugh in a very serious moment. We would just laugh. So that's the type of person I am. However, I did not know that this was serious. Me think of somebody I play around. So I'm like they're laughing and laughing and laughing. Then me I look around and my sister, but wait, nobody not laugh. Nobody not laugh. I mean alone I laugh. So me I say, oh, in that moment now I realize say we are getting robbed. So anyways, we did it. And he was like, shut up, don't move. By the tone of the person, you can tell that he's a young man, like him young. Wouldn't mind sharping one of the people that will come out of school. You can hear in his tone of voice that he's a young person, like he's very young. Anyway, he was like, don't move, shut him out, don't move. Right. And Miss everybody stop moving, everybody's silent, and everybody's stiff like board now. Everybody stiff and silent. So he was making his way. The teacher had her laptop on the table. He made his way to the laptop and he took up the laptop and he shut it down. Mind you, this brother move. Me, I thought the story is slow, but this brother move fast like lightning, because anybody can pop around the corner in any second. Because where we are, there are no borders, but you have to jump the fence to come over into the school if you're in the neighboring community. Like if you live in the neighboring community, you have to jump the fence because there's no gate for you to walk. It's all locked off to the public. Anyways, he was in a rush. Alright, he took the computer from the teacher. There were a couple phones on the tables, on the floor, because we had our stuff everywhere. Remember, we were preparing to do something, we had our stuff everywhere. So we had bags here, bags there, phone here, gadgets there, here and here about. He took our phones. He never took mine because I had my phone in my backpack. Somehow God just say, put your phone in your bag. I don't know why, but me just have my phone in my bag, and everybody they have them phone I use and on the table and whatever. So him say, give me a phone. And like, I remember this girl that tried to hide her phone, or the girl was in his way. He was going for something and the girl was in his way, and I was like, hey girl, move out of my way now. And at that moment, may I tell you guys, may I tell you, so my heart go weak, and me I say, Jesus Christ, to make this boy shoot nobody in front of me, and I make him shoot me because she not meant for in him way, she's just sitting there like still like she's in shock. So she just sitting there, and he was like, hey girl, move out of my way, Ray, blah blah blah. And she moved and he went for the phone. Him pick up all of the phone in the room. There's not one phone left in the room where him pick up all. He didn't have any time to search. There were more things there, but him not have no time for search. As me I tell her, the man I move like Speedy Gonzales in the room. Like him just I take up everything in a rush. When him done now and him dressed back everything. When him reach at the door, him a walk back way him reach at the door, him say, nobody na make a sound. Like him say, don't scream, don't do nothing, don't make a sound, don't say nothing. And him back him way into the door jam. And then something fell from him. I don't know what dropped from him. It's like a phone or something, one of the phone them dropped from him. And him back out the door. And him quickly bend down and take up the phone and run off. You see, after I run off now, it took us like about 20 seconds to realize what just happened. And then everybody just hear everybody in the room start to cry. Like there were no males there. All of we are female. Remember, so we are the cheerleading. All of us are females. There were no males there. One teacher. I don't remember which teacher was in there with us. But I just one teacher in the classroom with me. So be a woman in the classroom had a ball. Yeah, sweet joke. There was this one girl in there. I call her like Keisha. I don't know. No, Bubbles. Bubbles more fitter. I call her Bubbles. Bubbles in the classroom. Everybody a ball now. She ball out. One a ball for now, idiot. Take up on the cinema and tap a ball in. Come, we are go to the front. So we know we are try sober up. We are try, be the big people and just take up with things. Remember say high school we me get a shock of my life, cause first me no know say me get robbed, me still in a shock, I wasn't crying at that moment. Like me never had a cry, none at all. To it shocked me, I wasn't crying. So she said, Una idiot, take up on the things and come, the man, come. So anyway, we take up with things and we are come. We are walk go to the front. We take up a bag, we take up everything off of the floor. Some things they left on the floor like socks and blouses, and remember we try on our cheerleading uniform, so we took off our original uniforms. I'm not gonna say the color of the uniform because I don't even want to say the name of the school, but we'll get down further into that when I'm through. So yeah guys, we had our things on the floor. We took up some of the things, we never took up all of them because all of us are in shock. Well, me know that I was in shock. However, we took up our things and we left. When We reach out the front now. I hear somebody crying. Me want my mother, boy. Somebody call my mother. Boy, me want my mother, please. Me want my mother. Remember, you know. When me look round, when I took a step back and looked around, who was crying for their mother? No Bubbles. Bubbles that was encouraging us. Wanna ball for now, idiot, come, we'll go to the front. Bubbles said, why? Mama, mother. You know myself though, you know, me can't laugh because I knew that she was probably in shock. She probably in a shock, say, that just happened to her, and she just realized. Like, she was in survival mode at first. But when she realized that she was out of danger, and quick reminder, guys, there was, not reminder because I didn't tell you guys before, there was a security guard on the school premises that night. But where the security guard was, he was at the front of the school. It would take you like a good 5 minutes to come around where we were. Right? If we were screaming, he would have heard us. But we weren't screaming. So, when we attack him, couldn't hear from we at the front. We weren't screaming. So, he's at the front of the school. We are at the back. There are no security guards. This time, school is long over and gone. School over from 5 o'clock. Right? And we were there 2 hours from, like, it was 8 o'clock thereabouts. So we were there like 3 hours past school closing. So there was no security guards at the back of the school. There was only one security guard at the front of the school. Right? At the time, the school never really have a lot of security measures. I don't know if they do now. However, we'll get into that later. Yeah, so Bubbles was like, Mama, mother, why, Mama, mother? Wanna call my mother? So they, like, the teacher called her mother because we were all borrowing phone. Me never having put it on my phone. So I had to borrow a call to call my grandmother because at the time I was living with my grandmother. So I had to call her. Mind you, my grandmother is not this social type of person. Like cheerleading and staying after school late and going out. She's not that type of person. I was grown up in a closeted household. Like, I couldn't go nowhere. I couldn't really have friends like that. Friends couldn't come at my house, and you know, the whole 9 yards. Anyways, I borrowed a telephone and called a cell phone and called my grandmother. Anyway, me did the phone ring it ring out and voicemail. I called her back a second time. When she picked up very nicely. She said hello, good night. She picked up very nicely when I said, Grandma, I'm at school. I said, Grandma, I'm at school and they robbed me. They robbed the school. My grandmother, she do a thing where I say, yes, I good. Turn out there. Don't call about my phone. That, guys, when I heard my grandmother say those words, I was like, damn it, what me I gonna do now? Because me then ain't me know they probably would leave me there, but me then ain't in a panic mode. She hung up the phone. Knowing my grandmother, she loved me like cook food. So that what she said, it's like she in a shock as well. Like she probably say, me tell her not to do this very, but she did not tell me not to do it, but I don't think she didn't know something that she really did. Or I did. No man, I did. Of course, me tell her. Me can't do school 8 o'clock and I tell her. So she didn't want me to do it, but I did it anyways. It was my last year and I wanted to do cheerleading. I've always wanted to do it. Anyways, after she hung up the phone, in less than 20 seconds she called back. And like she was crying and she said, where are you? She said, where are you? And I was like, I'm at school. I'm at the front of the school. Come and get me. So we had this taxi man in our scheme. His name was Blacks. Me can't say me. His name was Blacks. So she sent Blacks to me and Blacks come and he picked me up. I don't know. I think Bubbles' mother came first. To end that Bubbles story, Bubbles' mother come first. Like come here and everybody was crying. When my teller say, oh yes, somebody was passing. Think 2 of my classmates were passing and they came and they asked me if I'm alright. Yes, I remember now. two of my classmates were passing on the road. Mind you, the school that I'm talking about, like, you can't be on the road by yourself at night when you're passing, when you're on that school road by yourself at night. It's not safe. It's not even safe in the day sometimes. I don't know if it's better now or what, but it's not safe. So anyways, two of my classmates were passing, and like they said, "Are you okay?" Like they were literally moved to tears. As someone know, say people actually care about me at that point, right? As someone knows, say people actually care about me. Like they were passing. Like she lived close to the train tracks, I guess, and she gave me a call to call my grandmother. Mind you, I had called my grandmother already, but I didn't see anybody coming, so I called her again, and she said the taxi is on its way. So I'm there waiting. Anyway, the taxi reached, and I jumped in the taxi and I got my yard. When we reached my yard now, she came out to the house and she hugged me. She hugged me so tight, like tight, and I was crying. At that point, I was crying a little bit, right? So I went into the house and she went for the money to pay the taxi driver, and he said, well, they don't have to pay me because, well, we know him, so him probably, just do a good deed. When we went in the house now, I told her everything that happened, and my neighbor come over and my neighbor talk with me and something, and everybody was just crying, and I said everybody concerned and what have you. So that night, me know that people really love me. Now to the nitty-gritty of it. The next day was cheerleading, right? The next day was cheerleading, and the competition went on smoothly. There was 4 houses. The 3 of them went on, and our house was to go on last. However, we ended up coming last, other than them forfeiting our house because we were robbed the night before, right? Although I'm beginning to think that nobody knew or nobody was aware of us being robbed at gunpoint the very night before, because everybody was just laughing and talking and everything was smooth. All right, my grandmother and I decided to go to the school the morning of the sports day to rectify the situation, like to ask like what the hell, because well, my grandmother is very paranoid of me when I was growing up with her. So I went to school the next day and I realized that none of the members of the cheerleading squad that I was a part of were there. Like nobody showed up. Of course, nobody now gonna show up. After we were robbed blind last night, nobody now gonna show up this morning for our competition. So nobody showed up, and I think I got a video afterwards of our house, like our housemates, like just cheering for us and performing on the stage when it was our time to compete, because we weren't there, of course. So that was kind of nice of them. I doubt any of them knew why we weren't there. But however, my grandmother came to the school and there was a teacher there. The teacher never come to school either. She wasn't there. There was another teacher there. I think the vice principal at the time, she was there. My grandmother came to run. She was like, did you know that so and so happened last night? And like she was in shock, like she didn't know. So I'm now realizing that nobody knew, because it happened last night, and a small amount of persons knew. So nobody on the school and was say what have you. Anyways, she was like in shock and she said, no, Ray, blah blah blah, didn't know, and nobody told me what happened, and I was there telling her, and my grandmother was there and she was listening. So my grandmother started to cry. She was like, she's the only person I have here, like blah blah blah, she loved me, rated. So the vice principal was also in shock, although I don't think she was. To my understanding, I don't think she was, but it's whatever. The school, the principal of the school, he didn't tell anybody either. Like they were trying to keep it under wraps, Like, they didn't want anybody to know. They didn't warn anybody. They didn't do anything. All they did was listen to my grandmother after that. They didn't do anything after that. I didn't hear anything about it. They never warned the school. They never tell nobody. And that was kind of mind-blowing to me, because I was like, really? You're not going to tell nobody about this situation? You're going to just make people go along thinking this school is safe? Mind you, we weren't supposed to be there in the back of the school anyways. But at least, man, do the common courtesy and tell somebody about it. I spread the word. I don't care about nobody else. I spread the word near and far to let people know, say, hey, I get robbed this so. But anyway, my grandmother came to the school and she talked and she talked and she talked, and she asked me if I wanted to stay the next day, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna stay for the rest of the sports day and just try and enjoy myself. And she was like, alright then, when school over, call me and come home. And I was like, okay. So the sports day, it started and finished, and I think we came third. Yeah, we came third. Even though we never cheerlead, we came third. We came third. Like a couple days after that, honestly, I could not open a door. Like, I could not stand near an open door. I had fear of open doors. Like, you couldn't get me. If I was by myself, so I was in a house. In my house, my grandmother used to go to work. If I was in the house by myself, you would not catch even an open window in the house after that experience. I'd close the windows, close the doors, close everything, grill up everything, and I'm in there. You would not know I'm in there. Up until now, I still lock my room door when I'm sleeping. I don't want no open doors. I'm still a little bit traumatized, but I'm not that traumatized as I was like a month after or a week after. But I'm still a little, things develop inside me that that came from that experience, I should say. But it's all over now. It was like, that was 2016, right? 2022, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That was 6 years ago. Wow. That was 6 years ago. It was right before graduation too. Cheerleading was, sports day was in February and graduation was in like June. So yeah guys, that's my experience of the time I got robbed at gunpoint at school. Fun fact about this story that you should take from the story: don't ever laugh in a gunman's face. Don't do that, okay guys? Because lucky thing him never see me. He did not see me. Like, he was looking directly at the teacher. Like, I was there laughing and everybody was like silent. But anyways guys, just be safe out there. You're not even safe at school where you're supposed to be. Just be safe out there. From the year start, be a killing and crashing and robbing and killing. Guys, just be safe. The pandemic is over in Jamaica. We are free to go outside, but not because they're free. I mean, if you overdo it, just be safe, guys. Alright, and this is the end of my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment some topics that you want me to do for you guys in this series. I have a lot. I'll be posting on my Instagram. If you guys are not following me on Instagram, I'm going to put the handle right here. Please follow me on Instagram. Please follow me on Twitter, on TikTok. It's the same names for all of them. Miss Polish. Okay. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos, guys. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh guys, more collabs coming in on. Not more collabs because I don't have any collabs with currently, but collabs are coming. I'm supposed to film a video tomorrow for you guys. I can't wait for next Friday for you guys to see it. More exciting things coming for y'all. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye.